Well, welcome to the Lancer Athletic Podcast. Will Thrasher, Chase Ringler with you. Talking a little Branson, talking a little baseball here in our 4th edition. Today we're joined by Nate Wottring and Josh Petry, senior members of the Lancer baseball team. You guys head out in about a week to kick off the season in Florida. Now, you guys came in as part of Josh Bailey's first real recruiting class and have really seen the program change over 4 years. Talk a little bit about both you guys, what you've seen over 4 years and the success you hope to have this year.
Yeah, that was one of those things where when we came in, we knew that the results wouldn't be there right away, but we knew that we were going to be responsible for laying a foundation for the program, and that was, to me, that was going to be just as cool as seeing the wins increase dramatically, being a part of something that we knew we were building the program up.
Yeah, lots definitely changed over the last 4 years. I remember coming in, at times wondering, kind of what do we got ourselves into, but it's been a really good journey. I've grown a lot through it all. I think Nate would say the same thing, and I think what we've done on the field over the 4 years as a team has really shown the development that's occurred here.
As far as this year goes, I know you guys are excited, obviously, about getting outside, going to Florida, and playing some games. But a pretty tough schedule to start off the season. Yeah,
we go down there, and our first game is against Olivet Nazarene, and they're always a solid team. And then we play Madonna University, and they had a preseason All-American pitcher that we pretty sure that we'll face down there. So yeah, we're gonna get down there and play some teams that are really good, and but that's a good thing. You'd rather play teams like that early and see where you're at as a program and a team.
Josh, you're notorious for starting the season just on a blazing hot streak at the plate. How do you feel your swing is coming along this year?
It's been good. We've had a little extra time to prepare this year with the season being moved back about 2 weeks from what it usually is. So we've had plenty of time to prepare. With the addition of Coach Barr, we've been able to get a lot more individual time in, and looking forward to seeing how that'll translate to playing this spring.
Now, you briefly mentioned Josh, Coach Barr. Nate, can you speak to the addition of Coach Barr and how he has helped the team thus far?
Yeah, he's been great. He what he does is works with players individually, like Josh said, and that's just something that we've been missing because you don't have enough coaches to go around and work with everyone that needs to be worked with, and so there's every day, as an infielder personally, that we're working with Coach Barr on little things that we haven't done recently or in the past, and it's been great.
As a catcher, I know a primary concern of yours has got to be the pitching staff. Talk a little bit about what we can see on the mound from the Lancers this year.
Well, anytime you have Adam Augustine running a group of pitchers, you're gonna see a group of guys goes out there, works hard, and that is well prepared. Coach Augustine prepares those guys physically and mentally as good as anybody. So from a mental aspect, I know those guys are going to be really prepared and excited to see what they'll do.
I'd venture to say our pitching staff might be able to outrun other pitching staffs.
Yeah, absolutely.
Most countries in the Olympics.
Okay, now this is a question we like to ask everyone that comes on the show. Since it is basketball season, and I know both of you Indiana boys love the sport of basketball, if you were playing in a 3-on-3 basketball tournament and had to pick 2 Grace faculty members to join you on the court, who would you pick and why?
My 2, oh man, this is tough. Well, I would go with Professor Gordon for one because his hair is so white that I think he would distract most defenders. And he's one of those guys where I think he gets out of the shower and his hair just falls perfectly into place. So I would pick Professor Gordon. And then being a business major, I would probably pick Professor Harstein as well to be on my team. So I would say me, Professor Gordon, and Professor Harstein would definitely make some noise in the 3-on-3 tournament.
That's a good squad. And of course, Dr. Harstein also played baseball here.
Yeah, he did. He was a baseball player too. So you just know you're getting a well-rounded athlete. Yeah.
Josh, same question.
I've actually thought about this several times, hoping that this question would come up. And what do you know? First and foremost, my first round pick would be Richard Kuntz from the technology department. He can dissect basketball games. I don't think he's missed one in his tenure here at Grace, home or road. So he's got a good mind for basketball. And my second would probably have to be, I think, accounting professor Roger Stichter.
Yeah.
Just due to he's got a great athletic build. He definitely can tell he can crash the boards, and smart guy. So
he's an avid cyclist too. I know he's in good shape.
Right, he's just the kind of guy you want on your team.
All right, those are 2 pretty good squads. Now we get to pick the winners. If these 2 teams score off, who would you pick?
I would have to go with Petry's team over here just because Nate picked Professor Gordon based upon his hair. So that's just kind of has to go to Josh.
Well, I don't think a hair is a bad reason to pick anything, especially a basketball team.
Yeah, sure.
Being someone that has pretty great hair myself, I definitely appreciate that. And of course, Dr. Harstein's a proven winner, so I would definitely have to take Nate's team there. But that'll just about wrap it up for us here on the Lancer podcast. But thanks to Josh and Nate for joining us.
Thanks for having us.
Appreciate it. We'll do this again sometime.
Anytime we'll be there for you.
Thank you very much. MCC Conference Tourney Champs.
And it was a sweet victory last night for the Lancers. We knew that we were going to be dancing in Branson, but now it's positive with the automatic bid of the MCC Tourney Champs. And that also, in the rankings wise, moves us above IWU, our co-regular season champs in MCC. So that was a sweet victory last night, and let's get into it.
Yeah, the the NAIA Tournament Selection Show tonight at 7:30. So be sure to keep posted. We'll update our seedings and draw as soon as we get it ourselves. But yeah, let's get right into the game. The Lancers came out beating St. Francis twice in the regular season. Really, really tough to beat a team 3 straight times.
Right, and the game at St. Francis later on in the year was it was a heated game. And Q Owens had a really great game, as did Bruce Grimm Jr. Tannen came off the bench in that game and did an excellent job with the boards and points. And Dayton Merrill got the game-clinching rebound for a 2-point victory over St. Francis after us beating them by about 10 points earlier on in the season here at home. So St. Francis comes in. We know they're a great tourney team. They've done it the past 2 years, made runs in Branson, been to the past 2 national championships, and it was no doubt it was going to be a heated contest.
And it was. The Lancers found themselves in a little foul trouble early on. Had to battle. Greg Miller played limited minutes in the first half with foul trouble. Had to kind of rely on some guys off the bench. None bigger, though, than Carl Columbus's effort in the second half. Talk a little bit about what Carl was able to do both offensively and defensively.
Carl Columbus helped guard Q Owens a little bit. Elliott Smith also did an excellent job on Q. But Carl Columbus came off the bench scoring 13 points, grabbed 5 rebounds. Now that's a great game for anybody coming off the bench, but the freshman really showed poise last night and just playing on a big stage and did an excellent job.
Yeah, it was really fun to see him step up in a big game. Always huge for a freshman to make that kind of performance. But yeah, and obviously Duke Johnson, though he only scored 6 points, really made an impact defensively. A lot of altered shots, a lot of block shots, and just played really well in the post and made them become an outside shooting team, which really hurt St. Francis down the stretch.
Duke had an excellent game. I was kind of surprised at the end of the game when I looked up at the scoreboard and there's only 6 points on there for Duke Johnson, but he definitely had a huge impact on the game. He did get called for that bogus charge in which he was about to bring the house down with that slam dunk. But you know, you take what you can get. We got the win, and Duke did an excellent job defensively and grabbed, I believe, 6 rebounds. He had 6 rebounds and 4 blocks. I mean, those blocks were huge, just turning the momentum over to Grace.
And then Greg Miller playing in the second half, very efficient, 6 of 7 from the field in the game, ended up with 13 points, lots of big putbacks, and ran the high-low post very well with Duke. Was able to get some easy buckets off of that.
Yeah, our bigs did a very excellent job last night on St. Francis. Greg Miller scoring the 13 points, Duke with 6 points with 4 blocks, playing excellent defense. Dennis came off the bench, got a nice little basket, and then also Tannen put in some solid minutes for us, grabbing some rebounds.
Overall, great game, and I know Coach Kessler was very, very proud of his guys. Pretty emotional there at the end of the game. Guys cutting down the net. Obviously, the seniors' last game at home. What a way to go out for them, and what a way to end the season here, the regular season for the Lancers.
And you really just have to tip your hats off to the seniors. They've done an excellent job of leading the team this year. There have been some ups and downs, mostly ups this year, thankfully. And hats off to Dayton Merrill, Jake Petey, Duke Johnson, and Ben Euler just for being great leaders this year and just doing an excellent job with the team. Hopefully they can carry that on into Branson.
Yeah, well, we're excited. The next time you'll talk to us, we will be in Branson, Missouri. We couldn't be more excited to go down to Branson, where I'm told the milk and basketballs flow. So it should be a very, very fun time. So be sure to look out for us there with more coverage of Lancer basketball. But thanks for joining us on the Lancer Sports Podcast. Will Thrasher, he's Chasen Ringler. We'll see you next time.